Well, despite glaring atrocities, the Nigeria's lawless Department of State Services asked ex-presidential aide to retract indicting statement. The letter, written by DSS spokesperson Peter Afunaya, sought the correction to a statement Adeniyi made in one of his opinion articles. The Department of State Services (DSS) has written to Segun Adeniyi, a Nigerian journalist and current chair of the editorial board of This Day newspapers, to immediately retract a statement made in one of his publications. The letter, written by the DSS spokesman Peter Afunaya, sought the correction to a statement Adeniyi made in one of his opinion articles. The paragraph under contention reads thus: hundreds of innocent citizens are currently languishing in police and state security services detention centers across the country following arrest ordered by powerful men and women. Peter said this was not true, as he claimed that no Nigerian was arrested by DSS operatives on the order of private citizens. He also stated that the DSS should not be run down by the media at the slightest opportunity, describing the agency as one which carries out its duties following the rule of law. Dear Mr. Olusegun Adeniyi, without efforts to join issues with you on an opinion expressed by you in your article of 5th August edition 2021 on the above subject matter, the SSS takes exceptions to the part that states that hundreds of innocent citizens are currently languishing in police and state security services SSS detention centers across the country following arrest order by powerful men and women. This is not true. I do not speak for the police, but it is certain that no Nigerian or DSS or anyone for that matter is in the DSS custody on the order of private citizens or persons. The SSS has an SOP on the Criminal Justice Administration. The media owes a duty propelled by good conscience and common good to guide public narratives about some government agencies and their sacrifices to uphold security, peace, and unity of this nation, Nigeria. The SSS should not be run down given the slightest opportunity. You had been at the commanding heights of governance and national security administration and management to understand the issues so as not to misinform the public. It is unacceptable for a respectable columnist of your experience and status to make a sweeping statement like the one herein. It is misleading, inciting, denigrating, and demeaning, misinforming, and should be withdrawn. The SSS, the DSS, and indeed security agencies, if not praised, should be supported. The organization may not be perfect, but it is doing so much for the country. Well, the atrocities these DSS have committed, all over the nation is so very glaring. Well, the last event which took place in Sunday Igboho's residence was so appalling and illegal for DSS or Nigerian security operatives to go and vandalize, abduct, destroy, and also disturb the peace of the neighborhood around Sunday Igboho's house in Oyo State, midnight hour of 1 a.m. That is barbaric, just because Igboho is agitating for self-determination. How was the offense, how has his offense or his actions become a crime in Nigeria for, expressing his fundamental human rights? So for you to know that the DSS has, committed so much atrocities against, fundamental human rights and against the citizens of the nation called Nigeria, but it has been debunked that this person is saying that the misinformation that Nigerians and the innocent citizens of Nigeria are being held in DSS custody on the order of private and powerful citizens in the country. It respects and loves the citizens and residents and strives to serve them based on best practice that is coming from the DSS. They said the DSS do not, jeopardize the law or do not go against the fundamental human rights. But it has been said that the DSS has been doing no good to its, representation by, venturing illegally into people's privacy. Well, rule of law, engagement, and the balance between rights and national security should be the watchword of the security agencies, but they are not doing so. Well, continuing with what he is saying, says, "Thank you, sir, as you correct this erroneous impression created about the service. I remain your partner in progress and service to fatherland." This is despite several atrocities committed by the officials of the lawless DSS against journalists, human rights activists, and other citizens. For instance, DSS operatives detained 26 members of the Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria (APCON) Northwest Chapter, who were invited from Kano, Sokoto, Yola, Minna, and Lagos for questioning in Abuja over alleged ties with financiers of terrorism in Nigeria. The DSF for several weeks refused to arraign the suspect before a court. On October 8, 2016, Governor Nyesom Wike foiled the attempted kidnap of Muhammad Liman, a judge, by DSS operatives. DSS operatives had stormed 34 Forces Avenue, Port Harcourt, to residence and the residence of a man called Liman. The DSS had raided the houses of judges across the country while searching for evidence linking the judges to corruption. Some judges were later prosecuted by the secret police, but Wike ensured that Liman was not arrested on the night that security operatives laid siege to his residence. Wike had accused the security agencies of not following due process in the discharge of their duties. On August 3rd, 2 days before a planned nationwide protest, the DSS arrested human rights activist Omoyele Sowore and detained him for 144 days. Sowore was illegally arrested around 1:30 a.m. in Lagos State for creating and championing Revolution Now, a hashtag used to criticize President Muhammadu Buhari's administration on the social media over poor governance. He was moved to the agency's headquarters in Abuja, where he was illegally detained for 144 days. Not only Sowore, in a twist of events after a court had ordered his release, lawless DSS operatives invaded the Federal High Court in Abuja on December 6, 2019 to rearrest him without any court order. For you to know that these, DSS are full of illegal activity and have committed a whole lot of atrocities against the Nigerian public. He said the failure of Buhari's government to caution the DSS leadership has created the impression that the current administration does not have respect for the fundamental rights of the Nigerian people. Also, the DSS reportedly continuously violated the rights of 12 associates of Yoruba Nation activist Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho. Sahara reporters gathered that the 8 who were detained for 34 days slept on the bare floor amid a series of inhuman treatments meted out to them. It also gathered that earlier reports how DSS operatives dehumanized the woman among the arrested 8 of Igboho, refusing to allow her change her underwear. The operatives had refused to allow the woman, Moda Babatunde, also known as Lady K, have access to new clothes. DSS on July 1st raided Igboho's residence in Ibadan, Oyo State, killing 2 of his associates and arresting 12 others. Those arrested at Igboho's residence alongside Moda were Abdul Latif and co. Well, God will judge those who treat others like animal. Don't forget that after your 35 years of wicked and criminal service to the public, you are still coming to meet us. I know for sure that it is your guilty conscience that will pursue you and kill you. So that's a comment coming from somebody to the DSS operatives and the likes. Well, I'd like to share a comment in the comment section. Thanks for listening.